It's going to be weird, but I have a question for Microsoft, Arkane, and Bethesda, and everyone involved with this game. What were they marketing? I expected something that would go wrong on launch, but well, this is not going wrong on launch. This is going wrong with the game, like in its entirety. And after playing Redfall for some time right now, trying to find something that can change my mind, I can safely say that Redfall is painfully average game. Painfully. And I'm shocked, to be fair. At worst, I expected the broken game, but I didn't expect that. And in this video, we're going to be going through Redfall and whether it is worth your money or time. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get it started. And as always, at every single one of my video, I'm going to be giving you the answer right away. And the first answer that I will give you right away is that don't even think about buying this game. This is an absolute joke. Only way to consider getting this game is through Game Pass. And even then, I think that it's kind of stretch because this game is unbelievably average. If you expected arcane game like Prey or Dishonored or even Deathloop, this is not it. This game does not give you even 10% of what those games can provide you. And that's insanely weird. The game is not bad at any means, but it's, well, extremely average. This is the best 5 out of 10 that I have ever seen. So let's just discuss the details. Oh, and by the way, our Steam Curator page is already up and running. So if you want to see all of my reviews, videos, and a little bit of text review right there on Steam before you're gonna buy anything, just go and follow us there on Steam so that you will not miss my reviews when you are buying the games. Now back to the video. Okay, so first things first, what is the Redfall? Well, going through marketing, it was very difficult to pinpoint what this game was actually about. Was it kind of Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood, or was it like Fallout or Far Cry or whatever the hell it is? Well, devs explained it as a Far Cry in an open world of vampires where you can play with your friends. And well, technically this is kind of right, but even Far Cry is billion times fuller than this game. But yeah, I'm going a little bit ahead because I'm kind of shocked. You're playing in the town of Redfall that has mysteriously been taken over by the vampires. And yeah, you're playing one of the 4 individuals and your goal is to clean up the vampire threat. That's practically what it is. But when you get into city infested by vampires, you might expect that this will be like battle for every single square inch of the town. Or at least if the town is big, you will see the places where the action will take, well, quite vigorously. It's not. First things first, Redfall is tiny. It's not big, it's incredibly tiny. It will take you maybe 10 to 15 minutes to go from end to end. And I mean by going through the enemies as well, by fighting the enemies as well. The city is insanely tiny. But okay, if it's good, if it's dense, if small and dense is also good. Except it isn't. The town is unbelievably empty. The city is literally only a few hundred meters across, like kilometer maybe across. And the maximum that you will see is enemies just a few hundred meters away from each other. That's it. Man, everything is insanely empty, and probably the saving grace of this small town was actually going through buildings, like for example a vampire nest, because yeah, vampires in the game are supposed to be a formidable opponents, because you cannot take them with the conventional weapons, because if you will take down their health to 0, they will regenerate unless you will kill them with one of few special weapons or special ways. It can be fire, but the easiest one is going with a stake through the heart, except that it's not even that hard as well. Like even on the lowest levels, I could clean up the buildings with 10-15 vampires with ease. And I'm playing on a medium difficulty. Okay, maybe on a higher difficulty it will be a bit difficult, but I doubt that it will be much more difficult. Notice that the human enemies are absolute joke as well. The only time they can be annoying is if there are some snipers that are taking you on from a high distance, but they're dumb as nails as well. Vampires are also very dumb because most of the vampires need to be coming to you to melee attack you to kill you, and their animation wind up is so long that unless you're just standing still, it will be very difficult for them to hit you. Yes, they are teleporting around you, but yeah, maybe I got hit by a vampire once or twice. It's that bad. There is no challenge at all. World is extremely empty, but okay, that's an arcane game. Maybe the story is good. No, the story is around 10 hours long. And you know what's fun? It's not even the real story. It's just a set of missions. And what do I mean by that? You go to your save house, you're choosing one of few missions. In the beginning, you have a few linear missions, and then you have a choice from a few different paths. No, before that, the cutscene will start, and cutscene is literally a slideshow. It's not even animated. It's a slideshow. Oh, okay, it's animated, but the characters are all stationary. They all stand like that, and maybe camera pans a little bit. That's it. Then after all that, you go to the missions, and the missions are usually just either kill X amount of enemies, or collect some supplies, or collect some intel. That's it. Or put something somewhere. That's it. Yes, there are some boss fights as well. There's some higher vampires and things like that. Yes, sometimes it's like that, but it's getting repetitive way too quickly and way too easily. There is nothing to do in the missions. But okay, one more chance. This is a looter shooter. At least the weapons are fine, right? Well, no. The gunplay is extremely generic and extremely average. Guns, practically all of the guns feel the same. Yes, there are some variety from the gun set. Like, for example, the stake gun is actually the cool thing, and the UV ray gun is actually the cool thing. But you will uncover all of those things within the first 2 hours of the game, and then that's it. The variety is dead. After that, all you can do is just go for the higher rarity, for blue, purple, or orange legendary weapons. And it doesn't even matter that much, because weapons are way too powerful for everyone. You can take on any bosses with ease. And this is also supposed to be a co-op, and I have no idea why would you need to play this game with your friends. Because I don't know, other than maybe transforming the enemies into bullet sponges, there is no need to have anyone by your side in this game. At least maybe this way it will be much more fun. Yeah, and yeah, I get you cannot progress with your friends, because this game feels just like Fallout 76. No, not right now. Right now it's much better. I think I threw up a little bit by saying that. But it feels like the Fallout 76 when it came out. There are practically no people outside of your, central base. And mainly the people are just survivors that you will release, and they will just run away and will be never seen again. This game is incredibly mediocre. I cannot believe that someone like Arkane as a developer and Bethesda as a publisher would release that. What were they marketing? I don't know what were they thinking. They're just selling the hype and pre-orders. This is not like I'm usually against pre-orders, because I think that most of the new releases are broken. And you can see Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Last of Us Part 1 on the PCs, and that's okay, understandable, that's predictable. But there is no way to predict such a mediocre thing like that. And this thing just solidifies my opinion about never pre-ordering anything, because this is the thing that even I didn't expect. Arkane has practically perfect track record, and I expected some bugs and stuff, and yes, to be fair, on a PC my performance was not the perfect, but I didn't experience any crashes, any huge frame rate dips, occasionally here and there, and not any stutters, and it looked fine. It was okay, at least for me. But looking at the technical stuff, I don't know why it even would have technical stutters, because there is nothing in the game that would be jaw-dropping or amazingly beautiful or something like that. This game looks okay, and I cannot fathom why they cannot run this game in 60 FPS on consoles. There is nothing in this game that would require the processing power that only way to run this game would be in a 30 FPS. Yeah, by the way, on PC it runs on above 30 FPS. Well, at least I think it ran, because it was pretty smooth. Maybe it was 30 FPS, and maybe I didn't realize that because I was so bored. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know. I gotta check that, and maybe I will do some update about it. So, should you play this game? Well, to be fair, only way that I can recommend this game is just if you have already a Game Pass and just download and try it. Plus, it's 105 gigs. I have no idea what there is in this game that would require 105 gigs. And it feels like they shoved this game out just to be out, and then they will probably fix it by adding the content, like they did with the Fallout 76. And I really doubt that it will become any better, but it might. But I'm pretty sure this game will not be anything great, at least for a year at least to come. After so much delays, they could not make this game more than this. I doubt that they will make it any better in at least a year to come. So yeah, don't get this game, neither on PC nor on consoles. Only way that I can recommend this game, not recommend, only way that I can tolerate you getting this game, even though I'm not saying what you need to do just to tolerate for myself to get this game, is through Game Pass. If you already have a Game Pass, not buy Game Pass for that. If you already have a Game Pass, if you don't already have a Game Pass, any thought of getting Game Pass for this game, please don't. This game is not worth even $10 for the PC Game Pass. It's not worth it. So yeah, that's that. Avoid this game. Our YouTube memberships are up and running. And if you like videos done by me, and if you like the reviews that I put out, and everything else as well, consider hitting the join button near the subscribe button under this video. This might not be a lot for you, at least for some of you, but it will be tremendous help for me keeping this channel going. Well, this should be for today. Thank you for being here with me. Like the video if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See ya.